Hi there. Welcome. Welcome to Achieve Intentional Transformation. I'm Dr. Leonie H. Pattison, your host, and thank you for joining with me today. Sometimes the deepest leadership insight doesn't rise in a meeting or a memo. Sometimes it comes from paying attention right where you are. I've been standing by this small lake for over an hour, just noticing. And as I stand by this almost lifeless looking still lake, I notice how the surface looks stagnant, motionless, and yet around it these tall trees rise towards the sky, their roots drinking quietly from the same still water. And in fact, if you notice, they're thriving beside what looks lifeless and stagnant. As I pause to watch this lifeless lake, I'm reminded that leadership is much like nature, has seasons. My friends, there are times of momentum when ideas are flowing and results are visible. And there are times when the water slows, when teams hesitate, and when budget tightens, or when the system seems stuck. See the water over on the other side? And in those moments, as leaders, we often interpret that stillness as failure. But what if it isn't? These trees don't ask for water to move before they grow. They draw strength from what's beneath the surface, from the unseen sources that nourish them in silence. That was my aha moment this morning, as I noticed the stagnant water, but that the trees were still growing. They were still thriving. And for me, this is what mature leadership looks like. Staying rooted in purpose when progress feels paused. Knowing that stability isn't the absence of motion, it's the presence of depth. Every executive, teams, and individuals that I've coached or led through disruption has faced their version of stagnant leak. A moment where they must decide, do I panic or force motion? Or do I trust the unseen work beneath the surface? The conversations, the culture, the capacity still forming in the dark. I have a friend there with me. Hi. So what does this mean for us as leaders right now, as many of us are navigating disruptions, whether it's personal disruptions or organizational disruptions? I'll offer you a couple insights. I feel it means the still seasons are not the enemy of growth. I believe that they're the crucible of transformation, the moment between movement and where your integrity deepens and your resiliency is rewoven. From my experience, when everything slows, yes, there's a temptation to chase noise, new projects, quick wins, visible proof that we're doing something. But what if the real work is subterranean? What if the goal in this season isn't acceleration, but absorption? That's how the ecosystems and organizations regenerate. So here's how to lead beside your own stagnant lake. I'm going to offer you a couple lessons that I've learned over the years. Root before you react. Before you respond to tension or pressure, take one deliberate pause. Ask yourself, am I reacting to surface movement or drawing from the deeper purpose? Let your next decision come from alignment, not anxiety. That's number one. Number two, reframe stillness as strategy. When the pace slows, name it. Use the pause to reassess your priorities, audit your processes, and realign your teams. Stillness doesn't mean nothing is happening. It often means something deeper is taking shape. Number three, reflect the light, my friends. Every stagnant water reflects when the sun hits it. But that reflection brings transparency, gratitude, and grace into rooms that feel heavy. And what I've found is that your calm presence can reset the tone for everyone else. Next, number four, release the illusion of control. Trees don't tell the river when to flow. Leaders too must learn to work with what is, not just what we wish. I encourage you to trust the timing of growth and the growth that sometimes we often cannot see. Trust the process. Take a deep breath. There's a kind of leadership that builds momentum, and there's another that builds meaning. Both matter, but one endures. I love nature because things such as the trees here remind me that you can lead powerfully even beside still water, because transformation doesn't require constant motion, only consistent depth. Thank you for joining with me today. If this has been helpful, I encourage you to share it. Invite someone to listen. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This has been Achieve Intentional Transformation. May this moment remind you that leadership is not just about driving results. It's about deepening into your roots. When the surface seems still, I want you to remember you're not stuck, you're strengthening. And so, my friends, until next time, lead from within, grow where you're planted, and keep achieving intentional transformation, one wise decision at a time. Thank you so much for being here.